Welcome to part 2 of the WWE Ultimate Edition Attitude Era Ring. Part 1 I reviewed the cane that came with this package. This part 2 is for the contents, obviously, and I am going to do a time lapse of me putting it together because, like I said in part 1, should I say, nobody wants to see me sitting there going boom, 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 boom. Nah, no one wants to see me doing that, so I will do a time lapse. Probably put a bit of background music into it. Balls, no. AJ, you've cursed me. Put a bit of background music to it, if I can hear anything. But, as I say, let's get on with this. Obviously, if you already own the new gen ring, you know pretty much all the contents that are gonna be in this anyway. And, well, if you own any other wrestling ring, you know most of the contents anyway. But, as you can see, the first bit that comes out, if you open it from the bottom, that's where the cane usually is, and this is where I've started on mine. So first thing out of the box is the ropes with the turnbuckles on, and I had a quick look. I took the new gen ring apart, if I can, and this is one of the ropes from that. I wanted to put my own customized ropes on simply because I make them thicker, because the figures don't balance on the ones that you get with these sets very well, so I have much thicker ropes. The only thing that worries me is it looks like I am going to have to clip the ropes off the new gen and this one, and thread my own ropes through the turnbuckles and everything, because they've actually got rivets on them, and there is absolutely no way, no chance in hell you would ever get a turnbuckle pad off without wrecking the turnbuckle, which, in all honesty, in my opinion, is a bit naff on behalf of Mattel, because if you're somebody that likes to do a figure fed, you might want to have a picture where somebody takes the turnbuckle pad off and smack somebody onto the metal hook instead of the turnbuckle pad being there. And they can't actually do that. The only way they would be able to do that is if they have the other versions from the Wicked Cool Toys. Now I am quite tempted to use these, but trying to get a hold of the WrestleMania 2 style ones will be very, very hard, which has the block logo. Obviously they never released, as far as I know, a scratch logo for those turnbuckles. Anyway, moving on. The turnbuckles, ropes. Then there's cardboard. Then there's the, I think this is all of the outer base that the boards will go on top of, and I think the legs are in that bag. They might not be. Oh no, the turnbuckle, not turnbuckles. The ring posts are actually in that, by the looks of it. We will find out. I'll find out obviously when I open everything up properly. Well, I'm just getting all the content out for anybody that doesn't own the new gen ring and might be interested in seeing exactly what you're going to be dealing with. These are the legs. I believe they are all the center ones that go on underneath the boards to support the boards. Instructions. I don't necessarily need them because I've just taken the new gen apart, so I know what. The boards, you get 3 of these, obviously. You get 3 of them that go right across the ring, and they haven't really given me a lot of space in this box to be able to get stuff out. There's something. Excuse me, I look like a bloody cat trying to get in a box. So, we'll throw that over there. Your steps. Now, Mattel, if you ever watch any of these videos, that anybody ever makes these kind of things, would you please start giving people 2 lots of steps to make them look authentic? You only ever got 1 steps. Yeah. So I can see James's face lighting up right now. See me with the stalking face. Yes, James. So as I was saying, Mattel, to make these authentic, these rings, you should be getting 2 sets of stairs, not 1. I know Ringside Collectibles do their own versions and everything, but you know, Attitude Era, any kind of era except for probably WrestleMania 2 time, always had 2 lots of steps. Why only give us 1? Honestly. So, obviously we know that in this box is the Raw is War skirts. There should be 4 individual ones. Really, I think they should have all been made into one. You may, if you've watched any of my videos, you may have actually heard me talk about the new gen. Talk about it in the new gen. When you put these round the turnbuckle, there's ring posts and everything. They pile up on top of each other, so the skirts go slightly ski width. Well, to be honest, get on with it. That's your ring mat. That's your ring mat. So, with that said, it's time for me to put this bad boy into time lapse and get building the ring. And I will be back shortly to talk to you. Well, talk you through the ring once it's ready built. As you can see, this is my ring area already, so this is where the ring will be going, and it does go right the way up here, and I've got my stage there and everything. Unfortunately, as I said in part 1, I forgot a item for my laptop and I can't put my laptop to the TV to put the actual entrance on the stage to make it, just to show you what it will all be about once it's all done. So anyway, as I say, time to do a time lapse of putting this ring together. I don't know how long it's going to take me, but obviously time lapse will make it a lot quicker. So I will see you after the time lapse. to touch. And there it is. Done. All finished, done and dusted. Oh, what a nightmare that was during my time lapse. Seriously. I started putting the ring mat on. And then I realised I hadn't put the boards on. So I then had to turn it back over, put the board back on. Then I couldn't get the mat back on. So then I had to redo the mat altogether. So, but you'll probably notice I'm getting a little bit frustrated in the time-lapse video. But yes, there it is. The Attitude Era ring is all up and done. The cane figure to go with it. And if we turn this, where we can actually see Kane in the middle of the ring, and there you go. So, looking at the Attitude Era ring, again, it's exactly the same as the new gen. Obviously, you've got the black base around the outside, the black posts. And then you've got the scratch logo pads for the turnbuckles. Red ropes altogether, both top, middle and bottom. And I can't really get the camera close enough, I don't think, for you to be able to see. No, it doesn't look like it. But if you look very carefully, if you get it yourself and you put it on, you can see that because these skirts are actually individual, you actually end up with more white at one end than the other end. I don't think Mattel really took much thought into that. To me, this is just a personal thing, Mattel really, there should have been some form of groove where the skirts actually, where this part goes down a bit, because in all honesty the skirts should not be overlapping the ring, and they do. ever so slightly, don't get me wrong, but one end they overlap more than the other. So it makes it a little bit, for people that are very fussy, like myself, it makes it a little bit frustrating. One of the biggest frustrations I have, obviously, is the turnbuckle pads, because you can't undo them because of the rivets and everything. But why in the hell did they decide to put a massive, big, gigantic label on one turnbuckle pad? I mean, is it really needed? I mean, I'm sure it's wash instructions. Do they really think people are going to take them apart and wash them? And, you know, the ropes could shrink. The pads could possibly shrink or go horrible and shriveled. But, I mean, I could be wrong. I could be very wrong. One thing that I think they should have done as well, where the pads come in here, if you look at the real life when you watch them back, the pads used to have like a white in the middle here, like a white fabric that you could always see from the back of the turnbuckle pad. It would have been a nice addition to make them look a lot more realistic, but unfortunately, Mattel, probably going on budget, haven't done that. And I must say, out of 10, I would probably say that the Ultimate Edition rings that they've made so far, I would say at least 8 out of 10. But that's because I'm fussy. A lot of people have probably said 9, maybe 10 out of 10. I don't know. But because of my fussy bits, and one thing I was gutted about, and I did mention in my new generation ring video, I have previous skirts from the Wicked Cool Toys ring, and I can't use them on this because the skirts are ever so slightly bigger, so they basically just drop. They're not tight like this, they just drop, like they just go down like that and drop. Could take them up, don't get me wrong, but I'm hoping that Mattel will bring more skirts out without having to buy a bloody ring, because I ain't buying any more rings. I just need the skirts. I just need skirts, ropes. Well, I don't necessarily need the ropes because I make my own, but these are the original ones. To be honest with you, these are actually quite sturdy, but as you can see, I have managed to balance Kane, but if I wanted to balance him on the top rope, it's probably impossible. But the ropes that I made myself, if you followed my Instagram page, WOF World of Figures, you possibly, I can't remember how many you have to put in, but you will possibly see that I've got pictures of figures actually balanced on the top rope, and that's because the ropes that I used were my custom ones, and they were a lot thicker and a lot more sturdy. If you were not bothered about breaking these ropes and you wanted to make something thicker for balancing and stuff, I just searched bungee cord, 4mm bungee cord, and they were what I used. I've got red, white and blue. I've got to make some new ones for this one, obviously, I have still got the old ring, so I could just still use the old ring, but then what's the point of buying these new ones? So, it's just one of those things, one of my fussy things. However, on that note, I hope that you have enjoyed the last 2 parts of these videos. I know that some people are going to get some laughs out of it for my every 2 minutes. It's ended up becoming a thing, either that or AJ has cursed me. Yes. That doesn't surprise me at the least. He's cursed me. I don't care. He's cursed me. So, but apart from the I hope you've enjoyed the last 2 videos. And one thing I actually did want to just mention, and is I have so much appreciation for it. I only started last year doing these kind of videos and everything, but was it 4 days ago? 4 days ago I uploaded a video of the Ultimate Warrior Ultimate figure, and it is my first video that has hit over 200 views. And in all honesty, I've had a short with 100 plus views on it, but not one of my actual proper videos like this and everything, and it is much appreciated. If you know people that like these type of videos, share my page to them, subscribe, tell your friends, message your friends if you like these kind of things. Give us a subscribe, and you know, I'm gonna have more videos coming all year round. So yeah, I appreciate the fact that I actually got over 200 views on one video in the last 4 days. So hopefully I'm gonna be building a bit of an audience, and I might get some more people subscribe, some more people tuning in, and I hope you enjoy. And for now, from me and Kane,